We're out on the river today in the first part of April. This is about my 10th or 15th annual river walk that I've done down here looking for stuff. Today's not the best of days. It's actually supposed to get really windy and cold tonight. Well, this afternoon into tonight, and we're actually supposed to get snow. It's the first week of April. Tired of the winter. We did not have any big floods this past winter or spring, so I don't know if we'll have much luck this year. Kind of like last year here when I did the video, we didn't have a whole lot of luck, but it was fun. So I just have to do it. I have to get outside and enjoy the water as soon as I can in the spring. You know me. Let's take a look at the river now. It's actually kind of clear. It's not too bad, and it's not too high. It's probably about average for this time of year. This is what the river looks like this spring. We're just going to take a walk down along the bank and maybe up through the woods a little bit and see if we can find anything of interest. I can't promise you anything, but I will promise you this. We'll have fun, because I know I will, and if I have fun, hopefully you will too. That's a big log right there, isn't it? That's cool. All right, let's get to it. There's my first man-made object. Some type of bolt. It's probably in all my spring videos. This is the path I normally take. We got a goose over there. Must be close to a nest. We'll look around a little bit. It might be a little bit early for them to be nesting. But we do have a mallard nesting at my pond at the house. So there could be some goose nests out here. And probably 2 weeks earlier than normal down here. Which is good, because we're going to do some traveling this spring. As soon as I get my boats registered, we're going to hit the road. And hopefully that'll be done by the end of this week. Man, that was a pain. DNR is just, oh, they're terrible. Alright, we've got another man-made object that we might save. Let's take a look at it. I see it right in front of me. It is a life vest from Bass Pro Shops. Let's take a look at it. If it's in halfway decent shape, sometimes I like to save these things because they make good spares, at least in my boats. Even if I'm never going to wear them, I can just throw them in there, and if I get stopped by the DNR, at least I have a life vest. Okay, something in this pocket we're going to look at. This one's open. But it's definitely in decent enough shape that I could say. Let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Looks like an empty bag. Probably had some food in it or something. Alright, we'll leave that in here and we'll carry that out. I'm actually going to pick it up on my way back through because we crossed the river right here to get to the other side. Just like the chicken. Okay, let me go ahead and say this before we really get started. My goal today is to find a working propane tank. The new kind, not the old kind, because I need another propane tank for my hot waxing stuff, because I only have one, and that just doesn't cut it because it like runs dry in the middle of the process. That's our goal. That's my goal anyway. What we're going to do is just walk along the bank and any of these little washouts that we see and look for stuff. There's some broken glass there. Yeah, this is washed out pretty good. It's not too bad. See this rock? It's got this shape right here. Let's go ahead and flip it over and make sure that's not like an arrowhead or something like that. Almost looks like one, doesn't it? But it's a very soft rock, so yeah, I don't know. Nah, I don't think that's one. Ah, here's something. A sinker. This is a fishing weight. Got a string attached. I'll go ahead and say this because I collect the lead just in case I may need lead one day to make bullets. Some very dangerous glass, but there's so much of that down here. There's no way we can take it out with us. I'm just going to flip it over and kind of mush it in. There's a nail. Yeah. Some more nails up there. Yeah, that's a pretty good little washout. We might have some luck. Like I said, there weren't any really big floods. But we don't need a big one, we just need a good one. One that's right. Lots of nails in here, so I don't remember all these nails here last year. Even though we didn't have a big flood, we might have some luck. We have a fishing weight, a life preserver, and that's it so far. In hopes of a propane tank. That's where I found the fishing weight right there, and I see the remains of a cool old bottle. Looks like a ginger beer bottle. Unfortunately, it's broken. That's kind of neat though, isn't it? There's more of it here. Yeah, it's broken up pretty bad though. Ooh, nice. Well, that gives me hope that we might find a whole one in here. This is an area that I've walked over many times and I've never seen that. So yeah, I'm psyched. This might be a good trip. We'll see. Alright, I've taken like 3 steps from where I just found that ginger beer bottle, and I'm looking at something that looks really like an arrowhead or a projectile point of some kind. Can you see it? I have high hopes for this one. What do you think? It's either that or plastic. You know what? That might be a fish bone. Here we go. Yep, it's a fish bone. That's part of his little fin, you know. Wee, 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 wee. I'm pretty sure. God, looked like an arrowhead, didn't it? Look like this is where it was hafted, you know, right in here. Wow. Alright, here's a little pop quiz for you guys. I see an animal track down here below me. And we're going to look at it. I want to see if you guys know what it is. I've showed them to you before. Let's look at it. It's like a giant duck, huh? It's a big track. You see where something dragged right here. That's probably his belly. And he went up on the bank. There's another foot. It was just a beaver. It almost worked. Well, my eyeballs are working. I'm seeing lots of stuff, but boy, I'm just having trouble figuring out what it is. Everything's fooling me. I guess I'm just too excited. That goose just flew off a nest. It's right in front of us. We'll take a quick peek at it. Then we'll scoot along. Ooh, look at it. I think this was actually in my video last year, the same nest. Look how big those eggs are. Giant. Now some of you guys are probably freaking out that, you know, the goose won't come back here, but it doesn't bother them a bit. I promise you. In fact, when we come back through here, we'll swing by and take a peek at it, and she'll be sitting right on the nest. Okay, we're leaving. Here's some poor little critter that didn't make it. You know what it is? It's a jaw. Probably a raccoon, although I am not an expert on these. Yeah, it's a raccoon. As we're looking along here, you see all these little shells. These are the things that people think are rings in my videos. They lay on the bottom of the river. They have a little bit of sand in them like that. And the edges will be exposed. Let me fix this for you. Like that. And they think those are rings. But they're just little shells. I wanted to show you something else I saw over here. Ah, here we go. Look at that. See that blue thing? This is glass from an iron furnace where they smelted the ore to make pig iron. Now that goose just flew off a nest. We will not molest this one, but we'll just walk by and look at it. Look, a bunch of eggs on that one. I would think the raccoons and foxes out here would be very happy this time of year. Although, I wonder how they break those open. Well, I guess the raccoon could with a little rock if they're smart enough. Are they smart enough? I don't know. Looks like some kind of weird flashlight down there. Probably a cheap one though. Yeah. Oh. Oh, what it is? That's all rotted out on the inside, huh? See a light bulb. It's in there rolling around. I'm going to take it open and see if there's any like gold coins on the inside. And this is where they hid all the gold coins and valuables. I couldn't get it open. It's too strong for me. And I'll leave it there for the next guy. I wanted to show you something interesting here, just to show that there are exceptions to rules normally. Whenever you're out searching for stuff, like along rivers especially, or in fields even, if you're in an area where there are no rocks, like there's no rocks up here because this has all been washed in over the years from the river, and all the rocks will be, you know, down deeper. But if you look here, there's a pile of rocks. So I'd have to ask myself, is this where someone brought rocks up here to make a campfire? Which is possible, although I don't see any of that telltale staining of the rock. Usually they turn red with it when they get hot. I don't see that. So ask yourself, why would there be rocks right here like that if someone didn't bring them up and make a fire? Now that could have been what they did, but I suspect it had something to do with a tree. A tree, you might ask? Yes, a tree. Let's go back to the hedge apple. If a tree like this got ripped out and got washed down the river and landed right there and just fell apart over the years, those rocks could be from that. It could be from our root ball. Remember how I was saying we didn't get any big floods this year? This is a perfect example of why I say that. There's the water right here, and just coming up the bank, not more than probably 4 or 5 feet in elevation, you can see where there's no leaves here, but the leaves are here. That means the water only got up this high this winter. So that means it was only maybe 4 feet deep here. Now, I have seen it where this entire area along the river has been completely stripped of all the leaves, but I haven't seen it like that in many years. Lots of trash up here though, huh? Wish I would have brought my trash bags. Now, having talked about the root balls on trees, here's a good example of one right here. We'll go over and look at it and see if anything was pulled out of the ground and has been washed off by the rains. I don't see anything. But you want to look, you can see that this has definitely been washed off. And so if you had any bullets or coins, it could be just sitting here right out in the open. This little area right in here is has always been one of my best areas for finding bullets and stuff. But you can see that it has not been flooded this year at all. Normally, this ground would just be swept clean. It would be just bare dirt here. But the water never got high enough or swift enough to clean it off. So I have all these leaves from last summer. So this is not going to be any good. This is probably going to turn out to be a nature video as opposed to a finding cool stuff video. But you never know. We'll look around here for a few minutes. There has been a little erosion in this area right here, so I'm a little bit hopeful. You can see there's some oyster shells, and on the ground is some pottery here. I don't see anything good yet, but here's a nail, oyster shell, and some pottery. Ooh, that's pretty. Some more. I don't see another pot of some kind. But this is a nice little stretch. You can see how it's chewed out right there, so there could be some stuff down in that area. I love finding stuff like this. It says Krabby. Is that what they call him? Mr. Krabby or something from SpongeBob? I don't really know. We'll leave him there. Maybe the next guy will take him home with him. Still pottery here. There's some pottery here. Some charcoal. Here's some bricks. That's a piece of brick right there. Another piece here. And that's hopeful. We might find at least one good thing today. Some more pottery. That's an oyster shell. Another brick. I'm hopeful. Here's a bottle right here that was melted. That's kind of cool, isn't it? See how it's flattened out like that? If you ever see glass that looks like that, you know it was in a fire. Either a really hot campfire or maybe a house that burned down. So there was some type of structure here back in the day and it probably burned down. I've seen some pieces of bottles up in here, but nothing whole yet. We'll keep looking and hoping. Nah, it's not a bottle. I thought we might have one, but just a piece. Okay. If you guys like see anything that I don't pick up that looks cool, let me know, because I'll come back down here and get it later on. So I come down to this area quite often. Bones. Somebody's supper. This is old right here. That's an old style of pottery. Well, at least for around here. So I found that melted bottle right over there, and I do see something that doesn't look natural. That might be a bullet. Do you see it? Right there. That could be a fishing sinker, or more likely a fired pistol bullet from the Civil War. Let's look at it. What do you think? That's a fired pistol bullet. Definitely a fired pistol bullet. I cannot say for certain it's from the Civil War though. In fact, I would say it's as likely after the war. But at least we can say we found a bullet. That's where I found the pistol bullet right there, and I'm walking the bank back and I see another little thing that's not natural. See it? I think that's probably a piece of styrofoam. Oh well, I thought it was a piece of buckshot, but it's not. Alright, we'll look along here one more time, and then we're going to go across the river to the other side. That looks like it's dug out a little bit over there, and we'll see what we can find over there. Another goose nest. I just walked by that goose nest with 3 eggs and said, another goose nest, trying to get out of here really quick so I don't upset the geese. But as I was heading up the hill, look, there's a coin. I think it's a coin. What do you think? I suspect that's just a modern nickel. That looks like the Jefferson Memorial on the back. What do you think? Yep, it's a nickel. No idea how old it is. If it's more than, say, Well, let's go ahead and clean it off. What do you think? So it's a 1951, which makes it a lot older than Mr. Bo. So we'll classify that as a treasure today. Here's a pretty little bottle down here in the roots. It's all cracked up, but it's a pretty color. There's plants inside too, so I'm going to probably put it right back where I found it. Wow, that would have been a nice one. It's a little ecosystem in there. What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. Pretty cool, huh? We'll go up in this area and look around, see if we can find my propane tank. I so much want a propane tank for free. Goose just flew off a nest in front of us. Let's look at this nest when we go by. We'll just walk by real quick. Last time I did that, we actually found something, which is pretty cool. There she is. Only 3 eggs in that one. Alright, we're going to go down here and look around and see if we can find some bubbles. So I'm 2/3 of the way through my best places. And I stopped here at these 2 little swirl holes in the rock. And I say swirl, I'm saying swirl like going around in circles, not squirrel like a little tree rat. What I wanted to do is I was going to go ahead and dig them out and see if there's anything in the bottom. Because as these banks eroded here, all the heavy stuff would have fallen down. And if the bank was over here at one time, it would have fallen into this hole, and that's where it will lay. Although it'll be ground up into something very small. But as I was looking at it, I was noticing there's tons of mosquito larvae in there. You see them? I'll just let you take a quick peek at them, and in a couple weeks, this place will be crawling with mosquitoes. It's a dead worm down there too, sorry about that, but let's go ahead and dig these out. If I find anything, I'll show you what it is. Alright, this is what I found when I dug it out. A whole lot of nothing. I threw the stuff up on the rocks here and put some water on it to get the silt off of it, and there's nothing in there. But I will tell you this, it smells like there is a dead squirrel in that hole. Oh, it's horrible. That was a big mistake. But I do want to show you one other thing while we're here at this rock. You know, I was telling you how this is a swirl hole where these rocks will go around and around during floods, and it eats holes in the big rock here. There's a few more over here that are kind of cool. See, here's one here. It even has the rock baby in there. Look, there it is. That rock and 2 others are going around and around. Same in here. See them? This is a cool one. Look how deep that is. That thing goes down probably 10 inches. That's how big it is. Another small one there. Isn't that cool? You hear those crows? It's a murder. No, really. It's called a murder of crows, which is a group of crows. Isn't that a weird title? A murder of crows. I'm going to try to call them over. Hold your ears. It's going to be loud. I quieted it down. He's looking at me. They're checking me out. I don't have a very good crow voice. I scared him away. There he is, look, he's checking. Now see, if we were hunting crows, I could have shot that one. But we're not hunting crows. But I guess the call worked, kinda. I'm changing up my call a little bit. I called a few over. I'll try a different one. Boom. We would have gotten that one. They like that call. There's 3 of them flew over me. I could have gotten all 3 of those. Oh well, that's enough crows for that. There's another one. Yeah, they're interested in me. Yeah, they're circling me. It's a murder! It's another little jawbone of an animal. That looks more like a rodent, though. What do you think? See that long tooth? Wow, look how long that thing is. That's awesome. I like that. That's really cool looking. I'll have to take a picture of it. What do you think? I'll set it right here. But it didn't break my pants. Kind of reminds me of a woolly mammoth for some reason. Boom. We'll keep them. You might have noticed I've somewhat given up on finding any really neat artifacts because the ground just is not good here this year. So we're just kind of looking at animal stuff and silly things like crows. But you got to keep it interesting. It's a bobber. Want a bobber? It's a bobber. Yay. There's some old bottles down here. Unfortunately, they're all broken. This has always been a good area, though. A little bit of a washout in here, so we might find a whole one if we get lucky. Or at least something better than a bobber. I just picked up this bobber a few minutes ago, and I was walking along the bank here, just kind of looking. And I thought I'd just dig out a couple of these crevices just to see if there's anything in it, because I'm not really finding anything. So I dug this one out, and guess what? There's a square nail in there, but there's also something cool. Do you see it? It's a Civil War bullet. It's a fired pistol ball. Well, I don't know if it's fired, but it's a pistol ball. Right there, look. See it now? Right here. That's definitely a Civil War era bullet. Nice, we have our relic. That's a Colt Dragoon. Well, we didn't get skunked. That's always a good thing. And maybe what we'll do is go along here and dig out some of these little pockets, like in here, and see if we can find some more. Since we're not finding anything else by eyeball anyway. I know there's got to be more down here. Some years I've come down here and found pocketfuls of bullets. But it's just didn't wash out good this year. It's a little bit right here though. We'll pay close attention in this area. Been a nice bottle here, but the top's broken. This could actually be one that we found last year that I left down here. The Northwestern Modeling Works, Washington, D.C. J.H. Schuler. Yeah, this could have been one that we actually found last year and I left. Because I remember I did find a few. And I left them up in those roots right there. So it's probably just washed out this year. I'm going to go ahead and leave it again. And maybe somebody will collect that up. And appreciate it. I think I might see our second Civil War bullet. Do you see it? I'm pretty sure that's what it is because of the color. It's a very odd color for down here. We're gonna go right in here and look at it. Open your eyes. What do you think? Think that's a bullet? Oh yeah, that's what it is, you know. That's what it is. This is a fired 3-ring mini ball from the American Civil War. Most excellent. Our second relic of the day. That's where we found the mini ball, right there just a second ago. So I stood back. Ooh, the wind's picking up. I hope that doesn't hurt the audio. We're not going to have too many more hours out here. So I stood back and I looked around and I see another one. Do you see it? Look close. Okay, we're gonna go zoom in on it. I'm not gonna keep in the center of the screen this time. Where am I? You see it? Do ya? Is it right there? Oh, look, it's right there. You can see all the rings on it. Or as we learned earlier, the grooves. Those are actually grooves. It's a 3-groove mini ball. But we'll call it a 3-ringer for today. That's a beauty right there. That's fired as well. Could be hundreds of them in this bank right here. They're just covered up. But we'll look around some more. And that's where the last 3-ring mini ball came from. And I see another bullet up in here, but I'm 99% sure it's a modern bullet. See it? Yeah, that's modern. I'll show you how I can tell for sure. Let me put it on this log here so we'll stay nice and still. If you look at the bullet, you can see this fancy little design right here, little slashes. If you ever see that on a bullet, you know for sure it's post-Civil War, because they didn't invent these things that look like that. The cannelures is what they're called, until like the 1880s. So that's definitely a post-Civil War bullet. You can see how this washed out a little bit right here, and you can see all the rocks here. So I thought there might be a good area to look, and sure enough, there's a bunch of nails right here. So I was kind of poking around these nails looking for bullets, but I did not see any. And then I happened to glance over there, and there's a bullet. Do you see it? Right on the rock. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a Civil War bullet, but not positive until we look at it. Actually, I'm not sure what that is. It almost looks like a solid base rifle bullet there, but when you turn it over, it's not tall enough. You know what? I bet that's a slug. I bet this is a slug to like a 20 gauge shotgun. More, you know, modern bullet. Could be wrong. We'll take a closer look at that when we get home, but I'm thinking that's post-Civil War as well. I see what looks to be a coin right down there at my feet. Do you see it? It's about the size of a penny. It looks modern though, doesn't it? Let's take a close peek. Let's take it down to the water's edge. Hopefully the goose doesn't get us. I feel the corrosion on it. Ah, it's an Indian head. There's 1 cent on the back. And the front, I cannot tell what the date is, but it's definitely an Indian head penny. I'm going to clean it off and let you take a closer look at it. So tell me the truth, did you see it? Got the Indian head penny, and I think laying right beside it is a 3-ring mini ball, or is laying beside it. I didn't see it at first, but when I turned around to look just one last time, it was laying there. Here it is. I'm pretty sure this penny was laying right in this area. We'll look at the video and see if it was in the other shop. I didn't see it until just now. Wow! Let's wash that off too. That is a 3-ring mini ball, or 3 groove. You can tell it hit a rock. Look how flat that is. Alright, let's go over here to the log and we'll take a look at that penny. Alright, here's a close-up for you. I think it's 1885 or 6. I can't really tell for sure, but I think we'll know when we look at the video. And I'll flip it over for you. There's the back, it says 1 cent. And let this be an important lesson to you guys. Just because you find 2 objects next to each other does not mean they're from the same era. That Civil War bullet, 1860s. The coin, 1880s or later. So always remember that, it's a valuable lesson. I see another bullet down there. I was looking at these little white things here, and what that actually is just styrofoam. But it kind of caught my eye, so I was looking around, and right there is a bullet. See it? Sure you do. Let's go up and get it. Oh, there's another one. Okay, let's look at this one first. This is a little baby 22, which is a modern bullet. They had little small ones like this in the Civil War, but not that look like that. So this is a modern one. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Civil War era bullet up here. That looks like a Williams cleaner to me. See it? I think that's a Williams cleaner. Let's find out. Yeah, it's a Williams cleaner. I can tell by the type of hole in the bottom. It's missing the base, but it's a fired Civil War bullet. Awesome. Okay, we have another bullet down in this area. Can you guys see it? We also have a really nice bottle top. Let's go down and take a closer look. First thing I want you to notice is how these roots, here's the bottle top I was just telling you about, but look how the roots are way above the ground. What that tells me is that there was a lot of dirt there, and that dirt was over the top of those roots, and the river, when it has flooded, has washed all the dirt away and left the roots exposed. So anything that was heavy that was in that dirt has just settled down. That's exactly what happened with this bullet. Let's go take another look. Did you see it the first time? I had the camera right on it. Here it is. Another fired 3-ring or 3-groove Civil War mini ball. Nice, huh? Let's put it over here in the shade. We'll take a look at it over here. That's a nice little bullet right there. 3-ring. You can see the nose is deformed, and that's where the ramrod actually rammed it down into a barrel. So it was a tight fit. The barrel was probably dirty. The soldier either had fired a whole bunch of times or did not keep a clean musket, and he had to really ram it hard. But you can see here how the dirt is gone from under the roots, and that's why we found that bullet. Same way with this here. See, all the dirt's gone. And that's a good place to look when you're looking for things, because the heavy stuff just settles down. And look, I mean, the dirt was a good 10 inches higher right there over the past few years. Looks like a lobster claw, doesn't it? Look how big that thing is. That's a crawdad, a giant crawdad. Well, it was a crawdad. Look up in that tree, there's an eagle nest. That eagle just flew out. See him flying around up there? That's him squeaking. We won't hang around here at all. We'll keep moving pretty quick. I'll try to get one zoom shot in on him before we go, though. He's a squeaky one. He's mad. All right. That's the nest right there. That's an American bald eagle. We're going to move on so we don't scare them any more than what we already have. It's a weird little camping area right here. This table is probably washed out in the floods. And one thing I would recommend that you guys do, if you find a camp like this or even around your house, if you have buckets of water, look at all the mosquito larvae in there. That's terrible. Go ahead and knock the buckets over so it doesn't collect water. I hate to do that to the poor mosquitoes, but we don't need them around. And also, if an animal got up in there and fell inside, he could drown. Yeah, we're in another goose off a nest. We have to cruise by it, sorry. He won't be gone long. Oh, look how many eggs are in there. That's a nice one. That's a beauty right there. What do you think? Chig rig? We could probably fix this bad boy up. We can all go digging. Or not. So I'm back to the washout where we kind of started the video, and I'm just looking one last time because I won't be back here before next spring. And I just found a button! It's a flat button. Can you see it? It would be interesting to see if it's in any of the shots from the first part of my video. Really getting windy though. I'm heading out soon. But look, it's right there. I don't know how I missed that because I looked here a couple times going up and down here. Now, I have found military buttons here from like the 1820s. Flat buttons, but no, it's just a plain flat button. It's got some gilding on it. Looks like silver wash. It probably dates from the 1850s, 1840s, something like that. I like it. There's something there. That's modern though. That's off of a deck. We'll slow down and look around in here just a little bit more. The wind has really picked up and it's starting to get cold, but I'm looking over there to the upper left of the screen and I think I can see a canoe or a boat or something over there. So let's wait on over there and check it out. See if it's something we might want to keep or if it's just something that's totally trashed. You ready? We'll have to wade across a little bit of water. Doesn't look like it's too deep though. Yeah, it's not going to be too deep here, but it's a little bit slippery. So watch your feet. I actually fell over a little while ago and got wet, but not too bad right now. Yeah, there I go again. Okay, I guess we'll have to turn the camera off. And nah, we'll make it. There we go. All right. Sorry about the wind noise, but it's starting to howl. It's supposed to get up to like 60 miles an hour tonight. It'll be really nasty. Let's see. Pretty sure it's in this log jam right over here. You can hear it up in the trees. I hope it's not bothering you guys too much. A lot of mud here. It stinks too. Oh yeah, well it's a canoe, but it's definitely wasted. It's smushed. Yeah, let's walk around here. Woo! That wind is howling. There it is. The SS canoe. Alright, let's do a wrap up and get the heck off the river, man. It's freezing. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's little adventure. We're going to get off the river now because the wind is really picking up and it's getting a little chilly. Although we have plenty of light, but I'm getting cold. This is what we found today. We did much better than I thought we were going to do in the beginning. We had at least 6 Civil War bullets. This is a Colt Dragoon. This is a pistol bullet. That's some mini balls, 2, 3, got 4 mini balls. This is a Williams cleaner bullet. Those are Civil War for sure. I suspect this one probably is as well. Indian Halfpenny, flat button. I'm pretty sure that's a modern bullet, but I could be wrong. These are all modern bullets over here. And 1 life preserver. All right, off we go. Thanks for watching.